Hi, in this video we're going to look at the Automate tab in Angel. It's something that not a lot of faculty fool around with. It's pretty powerful, and one of the main things I know that people use it for, and people have asked me to do a tutorial on, is how to set something up where if the students have to take a quiz to then unlock the rest of the class or unlock a folder. So that's what we're going to do today. First thing I'm going to do is go to the class. I'm just using my sandbox so I don't fool around in my course itself. You would, of course, go to your course. Then go to your learning module. And as you notice, up here is the Automate tab. But before we actually use the Automate tab and we set up the automation, we need to, for this type of Automate, lock and put a password on the folders we don't want the students to get at. So what this automate is going to do, this automation is going to do, is the student will take a quiz. Once they've completed that quiz, it will then unlock other content for them to be able to get into. And to do that first, we need to lock that content we don't want them to get into. So I'm going to just do it to one folder. I'll do it maybe for a couple. So here's this. So it's like a welcome folder. So I'm going to go into settings and go to access and then put a password on it. Click password down here, and up here you put your password. Now you want to put a exclamation mark and in all of the folders you're locking, so it shows that they're all tied together, that exclamation mark, that there's more. So exclamation mark, and I'm going to put first quiz password. First quiz password. And I've clicked password there, and I hit save. And now we see there's a little lock there. And I'm also going to, I'll do one here too, on this video page here. I'm going to access password, and it was exclamation mark, first quiz password. So the password is on there. We hit save, and you can see that is locked as well. Okay, so now that we've locked those, how do we go ahead and set up this automate function? So the first thing I did was I made up this little quiz before we started the video, and this will be the quiz that they have to take first. I just named it take this quiz first so that we know that this is the one we're using. Now we want to go to the Automate tab itself, and that's right up here. So we're going to click that. So remember, first lock the content you don't want them to get into. Set the same password for both using the exclamation mark first and then the password. You might want to write that password down in case you forget it, because you're going to need it in the agent. Now we're going to create the agent, and we click on add a new agent. Okay, now there's several different agents you can choose. There's a scheduled agent, and that agent runs on a scheduled basis on your request. Let's say you wanted to run a report for you every Wednesday and then email it to you. You would use it there. Content agent is the one we're going to be using, and it's the one where as a user views something, takes something, does something to content, that agent will then run. And event agent is when a user was in a specific environment, that'll run that agent. We're going to do, like I said, the content agent, because we want the thing to happen, the action to happen after a student does something with the content. So we've chosen content agent. Now we want to select the content to monitor. Okay. And that's the quiz. So it's an assessment, and we want a specific one. And we want it to be take this quiz first. And we add that, and then we close the window. So what we're saying what we're telling it is to choose the lesson, select the content to monitor. We want it to monitor this quiz. And we can also name this. So unlock content agent. So now it says content agent, unlock content agent will run when take quiz is viewed. Now we don't want it when it's viewed. We want it when it's graded. So now you can say they have to have a grade, let's say 85% to 100 to then have this new content unlocked. Okay. Now you could say viewed. Like let's say they just have to like open up and view a document, like a syllabus. You can have it so it's just open and viewed. But if you have a little quiz just then that they have to take that they viewed it, you have to do this. And then of course the grading, you could say they have to get 100. But I'm going to set it at 85. Okay. So now when the quiz is graded and they get between 85 and 100, it's going to do something. So now next we're going to set what it's going to do. And we click on next. This has to do with users. We want this to affect all users. You can specify users you would want an action to get taken by. I wouldn't worry about that. You want pretty much everybody in your class to be affected by this. So just leave this the way it is and go to next. Okay, now we're at the final step, and this is where we're going to select what we want the agent to do. We want it to unlock those folders. So here when it says select what you'd like it to do, choose an action, we want it to unlock. Okay, now what do we want to do? We want to release that password protected content to the user, unlock the content for the event originator. Now who's that? That's the student. That's the person who originated going to the quiz and taking it. So event originator. Then you click on add and it puts originator here. And now we're going to put in the password. And we don't have to put multiple passwords in because we put the exclamation mark in the password protection area for each of those content items. Okay, so we chose unlock, the event originator, you hit add, and then you put the password in. Then you hit next. And it wants you to review it. Agent name, there it is. It's a content agent. It's for all users. And it unlocks, after you take the action, it unlocks this content. Then we hit save. And there it is. You just created an agent that will, when the student takes the quiz, gets an 85% or higher, it then unlocks the content that you have locked. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to go back to learning modules. I'm going to switch this to student view. And I did that in case you're not sure by going over to these little glasses. Student is selected. I'm going to begin the preview. I'm going to go back to learning modules. And as you can see, the welcome Kevin and the other little video page, I think it was Kid Chip, is not there because we have to take this quiz first. So I click on the quiz and I begin the quiz. Your favorite color is blue. I better get this right. I'm going to say true. Submit that. It says you're going to submit it. Yes, I want to. I got 100. My favorite color is blue. That's fantastic. I knew that. I hit continue. I have now taken the quiz. I'm done. I can go back to learning modules. And if you notice, there's the Kid Chip video now I can get to. And you're saying, wait a minute, where's the welcome folder? The welcome folder is not showing up because in that password area, I spelled the password wrong. So if this happens to you and you say, well, wait a minute, it didn't unlock all of my content, what you need to make sure that you have done is you have put that same exact password in there. Now, what I probably did was when I set the password, I probably set it and I probably didn't capitalize something, whereas here I did. So I would write the password down exactly so when you're creating this action or this automate, it does what it's supposed to do. But as you can see, it pretty much did. It unlocked this, and now students can get to this. If you did make that mistake, what you could do is go back to the glasses, cancel the preview, go back to learning modules. You can see it's there. If we take a look at it, unfortunately I can't see what it is, but it's wrong, whatever it is. So I'm going to do exclamation mark, first quiz password, and I had written it down the last time so I can remember what it is. I'm going to hit save. Now if I go over and do the preview again as a student, you'll see that it's unlocked because it is the same password as the password I used when I took the quiz. So that was just a little thing to show you, because it's something that happens. I've gotten some calls on where they're like, people have been like, well, all my information hasn't been unlocked, and it's because you put the wrong password in. So you need the exclamation mark in the beginning of your password to tell the agent that there's multiple folders it's going to be unlocking. And then you have to make sure you use the right password. As you can see, it isn't a big deal if you've made a mistake. You can just go in and fix it. So to review the steps, the first thing you do is lock your content and make sure you use the right password, the same password with the exclamation mark. Then you go and create your quiz, or you could create your quiz first. I mean, I guess that really doesn't matter. Then you go to the automate tab, and you create your action or your agent. I'm going to cancel my preview. Go to your automate tab and create your agent, and then your agent's there, and you can change it, or you can work it to start a new agent. Maybe you have an agent that locks things, all the things from the beginning to the midterm, and then they have to take another agent, another quiz to unlock stuff from the midterm down. You can do this for anything. You could put a quiz in a folder, and they have to take that in a specific module, and they have to take that quiz to then access stuff in that module. You can use this type of agent for anything. If you're finding this helpful and you think, wow, I want to try to learn more about agents, just email or post something in the blog about what other kind of agents you'd like to see, and I can work on more agent tutorials. If you have any questions, just email or call my office, and I'll definitely work with you on setting up an agent.